that's why. Okay, so we're gonna bring that back. All right, so we are back because I don't know what the hell is going on with OBS, but now my audio, I can see the levels moving. Patch Crimson Sage Vona Lee, our new player. He is a gypsy. I'm sorry. He is not that. He is whatever they are.
Ronnie.
And yes, that. And we have Morgan and Seraph. Vona Lee is the replacement for our dearly departed Orion, and we were in the middle of talking about his giving a little sense of his backstory and how I'm going to introduce him into this series of wonderful events that everyone's very very happy about. Now, you were giving a reading to your bestest customer, Gertie, and she's been trying to commune with her husband, Sam. Sam had had sloughed off his mortal plane and essentially gave you the astral middle finger as he left, and to his dear departed Gertie, who he couldn't stand anymore, and the death do you part he really, really stuck by. But she brought cash money. You needed you got to keep the Winnebago going. So there you go. But the time it's approximately 30 days from the Dark Day event that all the other characters are trying to reconcile with and figure out what's going on and all these other events that have preceded it. As you were flipping over your special tarot cards, every card that you laid down from the first was black, and you kept going because you had to keep doing the reading. And Gertie was just staring at you. She stopped looking at the cards a long time ago. She would marvel at your presentation and how you would read them, and you kind of got the sense that she had a little crush on you, which again you're trying to monetize. Now, that whole once you lay down the first layer of your cards, I believe you have to lay down a first line and then you start your reading. Or you read throughout, but you have to lay that first line down. I've never actually seen it. I've only done the TV and movie versions of tarot card readings, and Miss Cleo doesn't count. Call me now. 'Cause I'm gonna call you
Don't you
from
like the
I'm gonna
fake
call you from
accent?
I'm gonna call you from prison.
Come on, don't you like the fake accent now?
All right, you suddenly became Irish. I don't think Miss Cleo was Irish. So call me now, you rat bastard. I'll give you a right reading, I will.
That's pretty good, actually.
I've been practicing. He hasn't, obviously. You,
Oh, I can do Irish.
you
If you want me
daft
to do
bastard, call me. I'm from the Caribbean, you know.
If you want,
The Irish, Ireland has a little island. It's called the Caribbean Irish. Yeah, just give me your money.
Actually, ironically, there were plenty of Irish in the Caribbean. Yeah.
Give me your belt. Okay. Now, during that first initial phase, you're completely taken aback. You don't understand what this means because it's never happened before. Your deck is usually very reliable, and in an instant, you look up at Gertie and you notice that she's frozen in time. Now she usually stares with that three tooth grin that you are. It's a little off putting, but she's a little older, so you don't really give her any guff about it or recoil when you see it. But you do notice that she stopped moving. See, that grin is frozen in time, and everything around you just suddenly bursts away. Like you're inside you do your readings inside your Winnie. So the walls just fall away, the ceiling just shoots straight up into the sky, and you're suddenly filled with a sense of dread. As you look around, there's a thick fog, and you do see lights at varying spots, but they're so dim because of the thickness of the fog. They only look like dim candle lights. Then out of from the corner of your senses, off from your left, you can hear a crunching sound, and that sound, if I can find it, is pretty cool. But the oh, here we go. Haven't used this one in a while, so it fills you with this sense of dread. It's like that fear reflex as it goes from your feet through your chest, and you instinctually turn to the source of the sound, and what you can see is this huge figure draped in a shadow. And by huge, I mean it's massive, and it dwarfs any person that you may have seen. But then it starts raising its head, and as it raises its head, you can see these two large, what's the word? The canine ears just pop up, and it turns to you, and it starts to move. It's with his left hand. It's adjusting its position to face you. As it faces you, you notice what it was crunching on. It looks like the thigh of a human, the thigh and a leg of a human, as it's just ripping through it like a turkey leg. Throughout this whole thing, you feel the fear, but you don't feel like you're in danger, which is an odd feeling for this type of an encounter. Its eyes have a pale reddish glow, and it's regarding your presence. It's shifting its head from side to side, but it's still munching on that bone as it pulls hunks of meat off of it. And from around you, you can feel other eyes, and in that fog, you can see more pairs of those red eyes as they seem to be opening, and as they come towards you, they're all holding in their huge. Their hands are big enough to hold a man's torso, and they're holding him facing you. There's at least four. There's three figures, and one of them is just. You can hear this scraping of metal as it's dragging something along the ground, and there are three men. All right, two middle-aged, well, not middle-aged, but they're in their early 30s ish, and a younger, more paler Caucasian man with red hair, and then the last one is just dragging what looks like it looks like a dense slinky, but it's made up of all these it resembles computer components, and it's just dragging it with wires, interconnecting it, and at the end of it, it has a face and an arm. That's all that's left. That is just dragging. It's just dragging along the ground. Its eyes are empty, and from as they come into your view, you can see a figure in the center as it comes out of its shadow. It comes out of the shadow towards you, very slow, very menacing. This is the point where you start feeling danger. This is the point where you start feeling the absolute terror of whatever that is, because whatever that is unlike these threats that are clearly in front of you, that will clearly rip you to shreds. You just judging by their sizes and the length of their canines and teeth, and their length of their claws, and the size of these hands. This thing just comes towards you, but it's still draped in shadow. You can also see its eyes are glowing a red, not fierce, not bright, but enough that it overtakes the whites of his eyes and the irises and pupils. And it stands there and regards you again, looks you up and down, and then turns and starts. It turns with a smile. It regards you with a slight smile, and then it turns and walks away. And as they all start moving away into the fog, with the exception of the first one that was eating the leg, that one starts moving towards you. That one starts. It uses its hands while the thigh is still dangling from his mouth and pushes itself up to its full height. Its full height's at least 10 to 15, not 10 to 15, excuse me. It's about 10 feet, but it's still hunched over, not standing at its full height. And you can see this. It looks like it looks like something out of a horror movie. It's clearly, and I'll give this to you, but it's clearly a werewolf, and it's standing, and it unfolds its hands, and you can see these claws start coming out of his fingertips, and it reaches for you. At that point, you yell and you jump out of your chair. Poor Gertie, she screams and she falls out, and she's like, "Oh, my hip! Oh, I'm calling the decolator." No, I'm just kidding. She doesn't say that, but she does fall out of the chair. She does cry out in pain. She's like, "What happened? What happened to my Sammy? Oh, please tell me he's okay."
I'm gonna collect myself and help her up,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tell her Sammy's fine, but
So what happened to you? You look like you in some sort of trance. It was scary. I'm making her sound like Edith Bunker, and I'm doing that on purpose.
it's fine. But he alerted me to a danger, and it might be good for you to take a vacation right now.
Oh my God! What is it? Is it something with my heart? Please tell me it isn't my heart. My heart can't take it.
No. The danger will be here. So if you take a vacation, you'll be away from it.
I'll go to my sister's in the Catskills. She loves me with all her kids and stuff. She's just like, oh, lawyer, and reaches into her purse. She's just like, She takes out the 100 that you overcharge her for, and she's like, "Oh, please, just if you see my Sammy, if you talk to him again, just tell him to be careful. Tell him to be careful." The last thing you remember is his apparition saying, "I fucking hate. Stop telling me to be careful." As he's like, floats away and shit. But
So at this point, in order to convince her more, I'm gonna like refuse the 100 and tell her no, this time it's on me.
It's like, oh my God, it must be serious. Oh.
And I think visiting your sister is a wonderful idea. Who couldn't love having you around?
Oh, you're such an angel. It's a pity people talk all that kind of mess about your tribe. I hate it. I hate it. It's like, I'm gonna go. If my Sammy says I gotta do it, I gotta do it. Till death do us part. I say, take care of yourself. And she, she steps down gingerly. She's like, "Oh, lawyer. Oh, lawyer. Oh."
You're related to me.
And she closes the door as she kickstarts her Harley, which she would have to do with the leg that she supposedly hurt herself with. Okay. Returning to your table, your cards are normal. They're back to their normal state. However, under each card, as you pick it up, is almost as if it was laser burned into the wood. You can see these names, and they're the names of everyone else in this group.
Okay.
Okay, so that's another thing, and you're just like, oh no, this GM sucks. All right, so we're gonna go back to Patch, Sage, and Seraph. You guys are still on the roof, and hold on 1 second, fellers. Let me. We're gonna give you some battle music that I think you'll like.
He who controls the spice controls the universe.
Okay. The two crawlers that threw the platform that almost split Id in half flies past as it was hit at an angle that it flipped right over the roof into the street, thereby finishing off Orion and the onlookers below. Nothing but screams and panic and crashing and cars screeching. That's what you hear below.
Oops.
And the third is now he's clearing the edge of the roof as it pulls itself right over. So that's where you guys are. So Patch and Seraph are one. You're in your warlock phase. So it's only going to be it's only going to be Seraph that rolls the initiative for the both of you. And then Sage.
Sure.
This music too loud, by the way?
Nope.
All right. I'm going to roll one initiative, and that's it. Waiting on you, fellas.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at the stupid character sheet on Roll20.
I would just roll a regular 20 because suppose there's still some weirdness with the thingy there.
Okay.
If you have any
That would
bonuses, just
be-
add it to it.
A 22 for me.
Okay.
— 19. You see it, right, Lo?
Yeah.
19.
Yeah, I see it. It's just weird that I don't see any of you guys on this on Roll20. You know how usually your guys' icons would come up? You're just not there.
There's no tokens on there right now.
Huh.
The map is clean. There's no tokens or nothing.
You are correct, sir. All right, so Sage, this is turn 1,
22.
and you are free to unleash the fury. Unleash the fury!
All right, so
Chicken rage!
Say tortilla!
I'm going to go for headshots.
Okay.
my question is this: being that they're so close together and they move so slow, can I get an attack on each of them?
It will cost you 2 attacks.
Okay. So, a la anime style, I'm gonna do a flash step, and with each moment that I pass one of the monsters, is gonna be a head strike to clean it off, to chop it in half.
Okay. Do it. Come on. Kill me. Come on.
20. That's for the first one.
I'm sure everybody else is like,
That's a,
He's like, He's like, yes. No.
that's a modified 20.
Okay.
And last one. Oh, I missed the last one.
The third one is not within your melee range.
Okay, so it's only 2 attacks.
Yeah.
All right.
Although
so
that
then
would have
I
been
do
cool.
it.
You would have been like, yeah.
I done went right off the edge.
I didn't think of it, but I should have done that. It must
Oops.
be late, and I must be tired.
It would have been
Yeah.
really neat to do it Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon style.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much the way I was going. The only thing is, had it been that one, I definitely would have went over the fucking.
Okay, roll
edge.
damage.
Hold on. Where's my weapons? Okay, so
That's cool, but a little loud.
Say what?
3D.
That's cool, but it's a little loud.
Steve, you can control the volume on your end.
I can?
Yeah, in settings. Music volume.
For the first strike roll, it's 9, 17, 34, 17 more. So that would be
75.
no, actually it'd be 34 more. Sorry. So that would be 92. The first one. And the second one,
92 points of damage. Come on, Lou.
and then the other one is 70.
Okay. Did you double the damage?
Yeah, I thought what we were doing is we were doubling the weapons damage, not
Right.
the total damage.
Correct. So that's
Yeah,
what you
so-
did. Okay.
So that I did the critical times 3 because it would already includes the damage of the weapon. So it would be 34 more for the first one.
Okay.
And then the second one would just be another 12. No, sorry, another 12. So that would be 65. Sorry.
All right. So you come across. They both grab you by each leg, and then pull you apart. And then pull you apart like a chicken, like a
pretty much.
wishbone.
I would be-
Okay. Next on the attack would be Seraph. This what do we call you guys? Pat Seraph? Pacheriff? But Seraph Patch? Seraph Patch? That sounds like something old people put on their balls.
Sir Patch.
He's like,
That's
I
pretty
had a lot of itching down there, but I got me a Seraph Patch and everything is great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like Seraph Patch, it keeps your balls cool.
Sarah,
Yes, yes, Dan.
can you feel my twitches and my muscles?
Yes.
Right. Then you do the strikes and I'll do the defense.
Say that again. Wait, say it again. See?
You do the strikes and I'll do the defense. I'll defend for us. You kill.
Okay.
You attack first.
Okay. Okay, Dad. So, Lou,
Yes, sir.
I start off with laser rod. What did I just see happen?
What you saw was a human move at speeds that he should not. So that indicates that he is far above or a metahuman. And he struck both of them with powerful attacks, sprays of blood, chunks of their face, and their sides of their heads. Their ears are flung off as he just tears right through them. Now they don't register pain. That's the problem that you guys are having.
Okay.
And they didn't immediately fall to the ground.
Okay. So he just cut both of them, and I picked up that there's a third one as well, right?
Yeah, the third one is approximately 50 feet. So from where you are to where the other end of the roof is approximately 50 yards. Not 50 yards. 150 feet
roof.
away. Yeah, I was gonna say 150 feet away, and he was at the he was able to clear that with his speed and his abilities. He cleared half that because they were at the midpoint where the helipad was. So
Okay.
that's 75. They're 150 feet away. I should have said that from the beginning, and I went over explaining.
Okay. So 150 feet away, and the other two are closer.
Yes,
All right. So the two that are
they're
closer-
halfway. They're at a halfway point, so 75 feet.
Okay. So they are obviously not human.
No,
so
obviously, no, definitely not.
laser cannon, short burst.
Okay.
On the one that's less well damaged, I guess. I can visually tell which one suffered more damage, right?
With the amount of damage that he did, yes, you can.
Okay. So it's got a +1 strike. Once in heavily long distance strikes. Extra so +2. Okay. Yeah, not really built for combat. I'm gonna have to up my skills. Oh.
This is like Autobots trans. So the laser rod, you need to make another 20, and Adolfo, you're gonna need to defend because as he shoots, you can see he pulls out his laser cannon, and the errant shot is coming directly at you.
Okay.
Give me an awareness first.
So make
That's
a
up to
make
Lewis, I
a
need to make a perception check.
yeah, please.
Make a perception check?
Yes,
Okay.
Got it.
that'll give you the
I'm
opportunity
not
to make a
mad about
defense.
that, Spank. Just to let you know, Spank, I'm not mad.
Okay.
20. Yeah, I see it coming.
See? You did it.
Okay, Mike, I need you to make another roll. Another
Straight 20?
A straight.
Straight?
No, you're 20 plus 2.
Okay.
7. That's your. He's just like, I see this. I dodge this. All
Yeah,
right.
easily.
Now, there's a negative 10 penalty? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. What's your
Yeah.
dodge bonus?
No, for me, it would be a -5.
Okay, so what's your dodge
Attack.
bonus?
My dodge bonus is a 9, so it's +4 is 20.
Okay. So then you dodge it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're like, I
This
thought we
is
were
the-
friends.
This is trying to work out the integration aspect, I guess.
All right. Yeah, all his muscle twitches are fucking up your targeting. All right, hold on. Let me lower this thing.
What?
This is a little too epic. There we go.
Like I'm hearing more of it coming from your end
Mm-hmm.
than I'm hearing it on my computer.
Yeah, it is pretty loud on your end.
Well, I'm not using Roll20 to broadcast it. That's why. All right. Okay. Now, The two that you hit, they turn as you hit them and you slide past them. They're turning and they're both using their massive arms to grab the section of that roof to do the same motion, to do the same attack that they used on Orion. You're aware of it because you see them with your perception roll and you made that dodge. So this is you're gonna need to, if they hit, you're definitely gonna need to dodge. I will tell you that much. Okay. So
Okay.
You got this, man. You got this.
Hey
Damn.
Lou.
Is not here, and I needed him to do something. Fuck.
Hey Lou, remember what I told you?
what's that?
We were talking about if you want to try that.
Oh yeah. Okay, I got you. This 17 is for both. Unless you want me to roll twice, I don't care.
It's fine.
All right, that fine is very vague.
I said that's fine.
Okay,
17 for both for it.
for both attackers.
Both attacks.
That's ouch.
So what are you doing? Because they're just grabbing the floor and just flinging it right at you.
My question was going to be, can I attempt to parry with my blades by chopping through the rock? In other words, kind of like doing through it so it could split in half and bypass me.
Here's the only thing that I'm going to say. Your character saw what they did to Orion. So making the decision to parry something that literally went into this dude, sprayed his innards outwards and flung him over a rooftop, would your character reasonably surmise that you can ting ting with my blades? Yay! It's up to you.
If they were magical, well, yeah, maybe, but they're not, so no. So I dodge.
Okay.
That would be a 23.
That was such a subtle hint.
Hey, listen, I'm feeling generous today.
I just wanted to. I wanted to ask. Whether
By
or
the
not it
way,
would
you
be
have to
something
make
feasible.
2 dodge attempts.
Okay.
Both at 17.
Mm-hmm. There
Okay.
you go.
The first
And
first
you
one's at
do you
23,
have
the other
automatic
one's at
dodge?
24. 26. Negative.
Okay, so you've already wasted 5 attacks.
I,
2
yeah, 2, 3,
2 for
4,
your
5. Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
5. So I got.
How many attacks you have
6.
left?
I think I got 6.
You have 6 total or 6 left?
No, 6 left.
Okay.
I have.
What the fuck?
No, I've got 4 left. No, 5 left. Sorry. It's 10. 10 attacks.
Okay. All right, so we're back to the top. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry, no, we're not. The third attacker is, well, you're not facing him anymore. You're facing the 2 that dodged. And do you have any preternatural senses, like a danger sense?
The awareness.
All right,
I'll tell you.
that's not telling me much.
It's called.
I mean, if you're talking about spatial awareness, that's not going to work.
That's the only one I think I've really got that does that.
Okay.
But yeah, but I'm skilled to dodge projectiles anyway. So from any attack, it just counts me as an action, and I'm at -4 to dodge,
Okay.
like gunfire and laser beams.
All right.
Anything like from an arrow or I guess thrown, it would be a -1.
All right.
Hold
So,
on.
go ahead, finish.
No, because I want to see if. No, the only one is the observer awareness. No, but I have to be observing.
Right, and you have its back. It has your back. Excuse me. Man, I took a long road for that one.
And the only other thing would be the special memory. So I would know where everything's at the moment.
Yeah, but that's not helping you Knowing where it's at is not the same as being aware of an impending attack. Okay. So let me just make this attack roll. Now, what what you see, Seraph, as you're just like, I think I need more skills.
Recalibrating.
This thing just again their favorite attack seems to be just grabbing whatever large object. He's just taking a chunk. He's taking that metal that metal railing from that roof and just tears it off with ease and just flings it at him as it's spinning and this spinning piece of shrapnel that yeah. I don't need to describe
My only
it.
question would it be, if when I dodged, wouldn't I have, as a combatant, kept everyone in view, knowing that there's a third one at the other end?
You would have had to explain that first, but I will allow it this time. But you need to be more descriptive. This is one of the reasons why. This is one of the things that I'm trying to get you guys to be aware of. Your descriptions is all that we have. So if you don't describe it, don't assume that I'm filling in the blanks. Okay?
No, that's fair enough.
All right. So
At that point, yeah, I would agree. I was assuming that you'd be filling in the blank.
right.
But no. Okay. Yikes. I think this is gonna call for a dodge.
I believe you are correct.
21. Ooh.
Okay. So, as you're just like, I'm dodging everything. Oh shit! Ah! You roll right under, and the thing's it's essentially a
vorpal blade. being
yeah, exactly. It's just it's its own helicopter blade as it's spinning towards you. Now, I'm gonna make a second roll for you, Seraph, because you are directly in this line of fire, and the rate that this thing and the strength that it's using to throw it, it has the subsequent effect of hitting you as well, because it did hit its compatriots and literally blew off each of one of their from their shoulders up. It just severed them, so they hit the ground.
Okay, Steve, you're up for defense.
All right. 15.
At least it wasn't a 20.
Where's my combat stuff?
And when we start the next one, I'm going to try Mike's method of declaring from the lowest initiative on. And then you guys can decide what to do. So why don't we do that this way? Ascending. There we go. And
I R dodge.
okay. And you don't have automatic dodge, do you?
Yes, I do. On
You
level
do.
3.
Okay, so then never mind.
I'm a keto and I got auto dodge.
He's just like, ho 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 ho, ho 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 ho.
No, he has a keto. Anyone see Bobby Lupo?
Oh, I forgot about that guy.
Oh God, no.
Anybody see Richie? Dude, I don't care what anybody says. That is my favorite movie
Agree.
of all times. I love that movie. We went to see that shit, and I laughed my ass off throughout the whole movie. It was the best Steven Seagal movie ever. I'm gonna keep coming back here till somebody remembers seeing Richie. All right. So again, this thing just grabs a chunk of the earth. I keep saying earth. A chunk of the roof, and is just flinging it. No grace, no style, no nothing. It's going for Sage again. With a paltry 7. And the only thing that you could do to not make this work for yourself is a roll of a 1. No jinxie.
I thought you were just declaring shit, but okay.
Well, I mean, that's part of the declaration. Am I doing that right, Mike?
Basically, it's who has field advantage. So highest initiative sees what's happening has an inkling of what's happening with everybody whose initiative
Okay.
is lower.
So then
And
disregard the
you do-
7.
and you have everybody declare their actions
Okay.
from lowest to highest,
Mhm.
except the NPCs, unless whoever's higher has an inkling of what the NPCs are doing.
Right.
If theirs is lower, so all actions are called, then the die rolls happen.
Okay. So you already know what its action is.
Okay. So my action is
Wait. Seraph is next.
Right.
Declare.
So I say that take target on left. I take a one on the right.
All right.
What are you talking about? Those targets have been beheaded.
Oh, there's
they
only one
done?
target left.
Yeah.
Okay, so then in that case, laser cannon, short burst at the remaining target.
Okay. Sage.
Headshot. Aiming for the headshot. That's the plan.
Wow, what is that?
I don't know, but it's annoying. Sage, you're next.
It's an
Is that me?
electrical issue. No, it's me. It's an electrical issue in the building, I guess.
That's
all right.
wonderful.
What I'm gonna do is in one motion, sheathing both my swords to pull out the daggers,
Mm-hmm.
doing a targeted strike with 3 in each hand at the kneecaps to basically is to throw him off balance
Mm-hmm.
the moment that he throws, so that way it goes way off left or right.
That's a call strike, and that is not a 12, right? It's 16?
No, 16. No, 14, because it's the knees.
I thought it was +4 to the... I don't have it in front of me.
You can check.
I don't have it in front of me. I don't really want to check
All
right
right.
now. So we'll go with the 14 for now. And if I find that you're cheating, you're dead meat.
I said you can check.
So,
All right.
No, go ahead.
so are we all rolling? Are we
Yeah.
all rolling?
Yeah,
at this
everybody's
point? Okay. All right. So,
Sage is rolling first, and he rolls an 8. Paltry.
That's a total of 22.
Okay.
No, sorry, 25.
Okay.
my shot hits main body.
It
Steve?
does.
Yeah.
A shot.
Yep. And,
Now, questions, Lou.
yep.
Being that my natural roll beat his roll, did I hit him in time for it to deviate the shot?
Well,
Or
you
would that be dependent on the
no.
damage I do?
You went first anyway. So
Mhm.
this method is the declaration, then the action. So essentially, it's locking in your action, so that when we do the roll, it's just you already know what you're doing, and you get the advantage of a tactical type of awareness, if
Okay.
I'm not mistaken. So yeah, so you saw it gathering the materials. You do make that strike. It's not dodging, so you can. And I guess the only thing is to you can declare the action and it's locked unless you go to a defensive posture. So it's not defending. So you attack. You make your damage roll.
Lou,
All right.
Yes.
I'm a aim,
Mm-hmm.
which is at +4, and I get +2 from mechanical link. That's 6. A
Okay.
modern or laser energy weapon.
And it's a laser rod, yeah,
Okay.
because I'm using the cannon. And you hit. Nice. That's 3d6 damage.
Sage, did you roll your damage?
No,
And I'm
damage
roll
is
mines.
with the targeted strike. It's full damage.
Okay.
So it's 16 times 3. That's 48, 96, plus 41, 134
All right.
each.
I
And-
want what he's using.
It's like I'll have what he's having.
And my damage is based up because I called a short burst with the laser cannon because it is semi-auto
Okay, which makes it
times 3.
okay. All right. So essentially, he gets as he gets kneecapped, falls to the ground. The equilibrium is off as it's trying to gather up the elements of the roof to throw at you, and then again you get shot. It gets shot. You guys were aiming for the head, yes? It was a call shot.
Steve, yeah.
Okay.
I was
So-
doing main body also. Well, I
Oh.
was basic
I,
shot.
I missed the head because I didn't get the call shot.
Okay. So,
So I hit main body.
it hits, and a huge hole's burned right through its chest. So at this point, it doesn't shimmer or shudder or move. It just falls backwards off the ledge of the roof, and you hear a loud crash and more screams, more cars screeching. You guys are just murderers. Okay, so all three of your attackers are incapacitated, or they're taken off the field. Now,
It's 2 left.
the three that you saw, yes.
I immediately turned towards the machine,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know its name. I know who it is, but I just don't know its name. I
Oh,
tell.
you don't know the machine. You don't know
No.
anything.
No, I do know you. I do know you. You just don't know that. I just don't know your name.
Oh, interesting.
I know you. I know of you and Steve, but I just don't know your name and what your mix is in all of this yet. But I'm turning to. You see me turn towards you. You see me pull out my blades again, and I tell you, there's 2 left inside the building. We've only taken care of 4, and there's still the doctor,
Good doctor.
the one that wanted to kill what he wanted to save, or it wanted to save. At that point, Mike, I know of you.
You all feel a shudder from the
Dead?
from the building.
Well,
It just
We'll
it
do-
it
have
shifts.
to
It
figure that
shifts
out.
about 3 feet to your left. You're
Building
all
shifts?
the whole building shifts, and you can hear the structure. Just you can hear the cracking, the crunching of the edifice, the outside, the stonework. You can hear it shifts so much that you almost lose your balance. But then again, it shifts another foot, and then it shifts back to the right, and it starts to sink. You can hear people screaming below as windows start busting and windows start breaking and showering shrapnel into the street.
What the fuck?
I
looks like
fly. I'm going to fly over and grab Id,
Okay.
and also this guy who, Dad, he knows who I am.
Yeah, we'll take care of that problem in a minute.
Oh damn! They're about to murder you. Okay. Now here's the thing, Sage. Are you going to allow him to grab you? You see, he powers up these jets and flies quickly over to Id, who suddenly is unconscious because it's Id. It's Id. That's his natural state.
He just burst in blood.
It just blew up, and then he's running. He's jetting towards you with his arm out.
From what I saw, he doesn't seem a threat. He seems more wanting to help. So yeah, I'll allow him to grab me.
Okay. And as you fly up, you say you were flying up, right?
Yeah, I grab them and I go straight up.
Okay.
To
So
clear, clear this
fly,
building, unfortunately.
right? And as you fly up, remember it's nighttime, so there would be lighting projecting from the windows, illuminating the streets along with the street lamps. You can see the lighting flickering and then finally turn off in the entire hospital as it shutters it shifts again to the left, and then it starts collapsing in on itself.
What the hell just happened?
And I am actually calculating the possible amount of dead in that building.
Those things took out the support because there were no explosions. I
Nope,
didn't hear it.
no explosions at all.
Damn it.
And I get to hear everything in full stereo
Correct.
at range.
Actually, you both
Yes.
do. You and Patch. You hear the screams of everyone that's in the area and inside the hospital as this thing is collapsing in on itself.
And there's nothing we can do. Fuck.
Oh, that was perfect. He said there was nothing we could do. Bang!
Wow.
Man, I could pick good shit. Okay, so as you're floating in, as you're hovering and staring at this calamity, it's you need to tell me what you're doing so I can go back to Morgan because he's been patiently waiting.
I'm
I go-
actively scanning for what
Survivors.
caused this.
Um,
Okay, one at a time. So finish, Seraph.
I'm actively scanning for what caused this. Do I see any combatants on the ground?
You see nothing but rubble, and because your optics are able to get a full layout of the street and everything like that. But there are cars that have been crushed under the weight of the expanding rubble that's coming down on them. There are people that are trapped in varying stages. The dead are outnumbering the living in your line of sight. There's nothing in the hospital that is you're able to use your optics to see through some of the rubble. You can't see through all of it, but
Right.
you can see pockets of people that are still registering heat. But for the most part, 92%. You estimate a casualty count of 92%.
All right. Obviously, I'm not going to drop these two in immediate danger. So I actually go to the nearest roof
Mm-hmm.
and I drop them both off there. And I say, Dad,
Yeah.
I must go.
Ding, 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 ding.
Right.
Believe it or not, I'm
No,
walking
I'm
on air.
I'm a patch Saraf
Mhm.
into my suit.
Mhm.
We both got Mechanolink,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna start sharing the abnormal energy sense with him.
Okay.
We can track the supernatural with it.
Okay.
Okay.
so what?
We'll
See-
find what did this.
I see Sarah fly off without Reyes.
No, I'm with him. We're one.
Yeah. So he just
The-
deposits
the
you and
two-
id on the next nearest nearby roof, which is about a block and a half away because it's a hospital zone. So there are no other residences within that distance. So it was a huge campus, but you can see from the distance that you can see. You hear fire trucks. You hear police. Whatever EMS that was not in the immediate vicinity of this thing that wasn't crushed by this building, they're on their way too.
So I call it in. I let them know what happened. I also find out
When you call
The
it
cop-
in, who are you calling it into? Your
to the
dispatch
base.
or to the police?
So, because I know that dispatch, yeah, because I know that this chick. Hold on a second. How's her name again? I know that Agent Rivers is with the chopper, so I'm calling dispatch to find out where the chopper is, if it's arrived already, and I'm calling in the emergency code for the building collapsing, the whole hospital.
Okay. The helicopter has not arrived at the safe house, at the safe house location. Their ETA is approximately 12 minutes, and then they take your information as far as the code, and they're going to dispatch agents in coordination with the local authorities. You need to take point because you are currently at that location. Are there any have you suffered any casualties to your team?
Yes. Agent Orion is down, and Agent Id is.
He's not an agent. He's LAPD.
Oh no! So I tell him Detective Johnson, the one that we've been trying to find. He's with me at the moment. I'm not sure where his partner is.
You have to-
Hopefully, she wasn't in that rubble.
she was in the building. No, actually, she was on the chopper. My bad. Yep, she was on the
was on the
chopper,
chopper.
screaming
girl.
bloody murder
Yeah,
and
'cause
cursing
I-
and cursing you
Yeah.
people out.
And cursing you guys out because you guys are idiots jumping out of the helicopter.
So I tell him I got Detective Johnson. He's unconscious at the moment, and we have another participant here that seems to be helping out. But I guess it's one of the locals. I tell him, and that's how I leave it.
Okay.
Talk about Seraph.
Okay.
And I tell him as soon as you can send me someone to evac Detective Johnson so he could be taken to GSTF. I'll be more than happy to take point at the rubble site.
So
The
they're
casualties are high.
okay. They're sending units, and they're also gonna send a secondary helicopter to pick up not agent. You got me saying agent, to pick up Detective Johnson. So he
Also,
gives you the coordinates because there are no other helipads in the area.
Yeah, so I give him take the coordinates and I go towards it so I can dispatch Detective Johnson and also extend the communique
Dude,
to dispatch.
Tilt your camera down because the E is right over your mouth. The E of your name. Yikes. There you go. We can see some more of your lovely hideousness.
Yes. Also let them know about the description and the doctor,
Okay.
the one that caused all this calamity.
Mhm.
Him. He is he's more than a suspect. He is actually what would it be called? He's not a person of interest anymore. He's actually somebody that needs to be found and detained.
He's a perp.
Okay. All right. So, Morgan, you had just lucked your way into that fight, lucked your way out of that fight, because I believe you decapitated it.
Yeah, one of them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. However, you're gonna die. Just give up.
Don't worry, I got a character ready.
I'm pretty aware. I'm sure.
It's your turn to roll a perception roll, bitch.
Nigga, I'm happy rolling perception.
Yeah, right. He's just like, I see you. I see you. He's over-perceived. So you were with Brian. If I'm,
We were trying to get to the emergency exit to get out.
yes. Okay. You find your way to the elevator, but there's an emergency light on, so it's not work. So it's out of order.
Okay, we got to the elevator, it opened, there was one of those creatures there. It went after us, I went through its legs to the other side, and I was gonna leave, but instead I ran back to save Brian.
Right. That's true. That is what happened. I apologize, sir. But you were using the weapon.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the weapon closed. So I have it like a pill or whatever with a bunch of buttons.
Right.
Which I'm gonna
It's
take
a
under my-
medallion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll just put it in my underwear to hold it.
All right. So you're still in that corridor that has no
Yeah, we'll
egress.
run back.
Yeah.
Run out to see if we can find an emergency exit.
Okay. Now, you can hear the thing coming. Its mass belays any sort of stealth. So you can hear like boom, 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 but it seems to be picking up speed. Now you hear it's like boom, 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 boom,
Go
boom,
as
boom, boom.
fast as I can.
All right,
From
so he's
what I
like,
remember-
fucking move! Ah! What the? It's like, we need weapons. But I have a. He says, I have something in my lab. It might help. Let's go to the lab. To the lab.
So run with him to the lab.
When you start rounding, the corridors are rounded. So if you're thinking, I'm trying to implant the picture of a Star Labs type of corridor.
Yeah.
So it's not straight. So it's rounded and it comes at an angle. As it's coming, you can see the shadows as the lights are flashing. It's definitely not bipedal. So it's on all fours. You can see this. The shadow is pretty much exaggerating its whatever form it's taken, but there's urine in your pants, essentially. Now, you get to the lab, and once you round the corner to the first not plexiglass, the first glass window to his lab, there's a huge splash of blood, and you can see little chunks in it. And he's like, "Oh shit!" And you go to the next one, and there's another splash of blood with little bits in it.
Let's just get out of here.
He's just like, "Well, the lab's not good. Stairs.
Go.
Get to the stairs, and as you're going up, again, it's all emergency lighting, so it's not fully lit. The emergency lighting at the middle of each landing, that's all the light that you're getting, and you can hear gunfire above you. He's like, "All right,
How far up? Is it like the next floor or is further up?
I would say perception. However, the issue is the gunfire in this tube that you're in. It's echoing. So he's like, "All right, what do we do now? You're the genius."
Get to the next floor, in case there's another creature coming down. Because I hear gunfire, as you can hear too.
Fine, let's go. Just as you're getting to the next floor, you can hear the door just the door below you just fly off its hinges and hit the wall, and the thing is trying to fit through the door, and you can hear the metal of the frame as it's expanding, and the masonry work around is just crumbling around it as it's pulling itself through. You get to the next floor. Once you get there, there are several agents. You can see there's that rectangular window that would lead you onto that floor. You can see a bunch of agents shooting something, but with the emergency lights going, you can't really make it out, and it looks like some of your own men, but they're in that distorted form as they're rushing towards your not your guys, but the agents.
So keep going to the next.
So all right. So you're like, "Holy shit!" They say, "My word," because I forgot you're British. Like, "This is bollocks, I say." And you,
These damn cunts.
that's true. That would be something you might be capable of saying, and you just said it. So you turn and go up the stairs. As you do, there's you can hear the men screaming like, and right as you go up, I'm just trying to paint a scene so that I can sufficiently terrify you. And there are 3 long claws that pierce the door. 3 long bloody claws. Just like, and it's a solid metal door, so to go through that, you're like, if I calculate the weight, and he's like, "Fucking move! What are you doing?" No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't say that, but because you're a genius, and that's how anyone's gonna be able to trap you, give you a problem, and then you have to solve it, and then they murder you. You go up the stairs to the next floor. Now, mind you, you're already up. You're around. You were in the sub basement, so now you're at the ground floor. Okay, so this leads you out into the lobby. Now, this entire building isn't GSTF. They have labs that they've taken over. They have the sub basement and the level above that, and then the corporate offices near the top of the building. So you come out into the lobby. People are like looking at you as they're leaving. And it's not 100% packed because it's still at night. But there were some people that were working late, and they're just walking. As you come out with this guy, he's like, "Fucking run!" And he's just people are like freaking out, looking at him. He's like, "Run! That's monsters," which doesn't really make people run right away. until you can hear the thing coming up, and people are like, "Oh shit!" and start scattering in different directions.
Which means we got a shield because we must have run past them. They're behind us now.
Damn. Human, he's like, Operation Human Shield my ass. All right. So describe for me what you're doing, because I don't want to assume what you guys are doing.
I'm gonna go to the. What type of lobby is it? Is it glass or what?
Oh, it's a revolving door. Then they have the two glass doors. So it's a standard. It's a standard corporate building.
The
They have the turnstiles with the plexiglass things that open and close. So yeah.
Yeah, jump over that, and then go for the door, because the door will be faster than a fucking revolving door.
Okay. You do that as the security is screaming at you from the desk. Hey, no running! And a loud crash as you're opening up the door, and this thing just bursts right through the door, and showers the hallway with dust and particles. One of the guy that was staring at you with his suitcase, and as you got out of the floor, he never really moved too much, but then you can see him running out of the smoke, and again it's like 5 long curled gnarly daggers just pierced him. He's like, oh! and snatches him right back into the fog. You go through the doors as this poor bastard is flung at the glass, and he just splats. He's
dead.
Yeah, I think the 5 gnarly daggers going through him was enough. But
that's tickling.
right. Okay. I'm sorry, what?
I was like, run the hell away.
Okay.
If we can, if our vehicle was parked on the outside, try to get to that shit to get the fuck out of here.
No, it was not. It was in the parking garage, which is...
So then I'm just fucking running. If I see a dude on a bike, I'm kicking him off this shit.
Very nice, very nice.
We getting the hell
Okay.
out of here.
Now, Vona, you're driving the direction, it was sort of a longitude, latitude type of marking underneath each one of these names. And the one that you were able to find the nearest is you're coming up on this really tall building, and you can see this person running out. You're driving in your Winnebago, so you're probably about. I'm looking in the wrong direction. I don't know why I'm looking this way. You guys are over here. So he's about 50 yards away, and as these 2 men run out of this building, one is carrying the other, like they're both, because one of them is a little injured. There's you can see this large splash of red. It's like red liquid, and you're just like, oh shit, is that blood? And they're coming in. They're coming across the courtyard in your direction.
Okay.
That was
I'm gonna-
anticlimactic. Okay.
I'm gonna pull up and roll down the window and say, "What's going on?"
Monsters! Demonic creatures!
So he's just like, the other guy's like, he reaches into his lab coat pocket. And he's like, "Federal agent, we need your vehicle." You don't know. He didn't even. What it looks like he flashed you was not even a badge. He just like, "Federal agent," like really quickly, and puts it in. He's like, "We need your vehicle."
Let me see that badge.
Are you fucking kidding me? Open the goddamn door! Just then you hear a loud crash of that lobby window. People are screaming and running, and you see this thing on all fours. It has it's weirdly distended body and overly muscled on all fours, crawling around like an ape, but its head is abnormally small, and it just has this. All of its skin is stretched so thin that you can almost see its skeleton, the skull.
Right. Simultaneously, I'm going to use see aura and tell him the door in the back is unlocked. Get in.
So you're gonna see the aura on the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's whatever it's radiating. It's definitely supernatural energy, and its aura is completely black.
It's not possessed then. It's not possession then.
It is possession, yes.
Okay. That would be. Yeah, I can tell it would if it is possession. All right, so yeah, I'll tell him to get in. The door in the back is unlocked.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So he run around the back like two Buster Keaton characters and like open up the door to his nice broken in Winnebago and jump in.
As we go in, scan the whole thing. As we get in, make sure there's a way to get out.
There is a side door. There's the back door and then the side door, and then
Okay.
the driver and the passenger side. So yeah.
Once they're in,
Mm-hmm.
floor it.
Okay, so you gun it as this thing is it starts moving faster than you thought, but not as fast as your vehicle currently. And as it's moving and it's like loping through the streets, it's hitting cars and just flipping them over as this
Okay,
thing's hitting it, but it seems to be slowing it down.
I'm gonna reach behind the seat where a shotgun loaded with rock salt is,
Okay.
and toss them, whichever one of them that can use it, a shotgun, whichever one looks like they have their hands free, and say, shoot it.
They kind of both do, and their
No,
hands are free, but their pants are full.
No, you forgot. One of my arms is just flashing in the wind.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's all. So yeah, so you hand it to the other guy. he's like,
Yeah.
He's like, this bloody hurts. Okay. So he's like, he grabs it. He's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with it? It's flipping cars. Drive.
I'm gonna tell him it's possessed.
I don't give a shit, kid. Just fucking drive. He's
Well,
like, drive
like-
with it. He's like, you're on empty. No, I'm just kidding. That's fucked up.
No, I'm gonna tell him, trust me, shoot him. That's rock salt, salt purified.
So he's like, wait a minute. More of this magic shit. He starts looking around like, what the fuck? He sees all you're a tarot card reader, so he has to have the ambiance for all that shit. So yeah, so you notice that. I mean, you're still in pain and panic, but as he's looking around and noticing it, you're like, oh shit. You're both like, what the fuck? It's like, this thing doesn't even open. It's like, this window doesn't go down. You want me to open your door and have all your shit go out? He's still
like
working through it mechanically.
Yeah, like there's little open spaces that you can actually.
Does it have a skylight? If it does, I'm gonna
It
tell him to
does.
get up there.
It does have a skylight, and there's like these the windows kind of come in panels and they flip open.
Okay. He pulls it down and takes. He's going to take a couple of shots. Here, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just roll 120.
Just don't kill Brian, okay? Just.
Shit, I saved him.
Okay, so he's like, like fucking keep it still. He's not hitting anything, but he's attempting. He's making the attempt. Now, give me an idea of how far and you're driving away. Like, I don't like putting people in. Well, I mean, I like putting people in situations that they have no hope in, but the mundane stuff, I really would prefer that you guys would explain to me.
As long as that thing's chasing us, I'm going.
Okay. After a certain part, after a certain distance, it stops, probably realizing that it's not going to catch you.
Okay.
Now, I'll give it to Morgan, even though I'm looking at an empty chair. Can you hear us, Morgan? Morgan, did you go pee-pee? Did you go on the potty? Did you go and Did you say no? Go and tell someone you trust.
He went to make himself a daiquiri sundae.
Anyway, so
What's his
yeah, I'll explain it to him when he comes back. Now, you guys, with Patch and Seraph, where were you going?
Down to the rubble to get survivors out.
Okay. He dropped from the call, of course. Now, you guys, hold on a second. So he comes back. Nope, wrong person. It doesn't matter. Now, you guys, you're working through that mountain of rubble. That it's just nothing but panic and pain on the faces of any that you find. You're able to dig out at least 3 people that were on the upper floors, but everyone below that you're not getting any life signs from, and you estimate that there's at least 100 tons of rock and rubble that's on top of whatever was below it.
And then he can't make any rushed attempts because that just causes more damage.
Yeah, we gotta take it easy. It has to be excavated carefully. It's like the World Trade Center all over again.
Correct. Yeah, hold on a second.
Also, with this abnormal energy sense, am I picking up anything or any frenetic movement is going to be granted, but
Right.
any larger than normal targets?
That energy, your ability to sense that energy is not, it's not working specifically because there are a lot of machines that the hospital is using that's going to prevent your sensors from working fully, like MRI machines and X-ray machines and shit like that.
It's going to be limited range.
Yeah.
Right.
But as far as in your immediate vicinity, you're not detecting anything. No strange energy signatures.
Okay.
All right. Also, the same with anybody. I mean, whoever we find, just moving around, and whoever we find, we get them out.
Okay, and you're scanning them to ensure that they're not going to rip your throats out.
Yeah.
Okay.
For that close, abnormal energy sense would pick something up.
Yes. Hold on a second. I gotta move you guys around. I'm using your names and your faces. So. Crimson Sage. That's Morgan. There you go. All right. So everybody's back in the spots that they should be. Sage, the helicopter does land, and they're able to the pilot and one other agent put it on the chopper to strap him in, and they evac him out.
Okay.
So now, what are you doing?
I go to the scene and wait for the emergency crews that are going to help with the excavation and the recoveries. Get there and pretty much do what's needed in order to help with the effort.
Okay. By the time you're able to evac it out and get that situated, once you get back, you can see the first responders already at the scene. You also are able to get glimpses of Seraph as he's clearing the rubble. No one's near him. None of the first responders are even close to him. So you can tell that there's some concern because of his appearance, and they're postulating whether or not he's an enemy.
So show my badge. Tell them I'm Crimson Sage. I'm pointing on this site.
So what
I
the hell
see-
happened here?
The building collapsed because of a perpetrator.
So this is terrorism? Is this Muslims?
No, that information is classified. However, what I will tell you guys, since I see your apprehension of that individual, he is a friendly. He is here to assist. He must be one of the locals.
I think that's a
Okay.
he. Is one of these meta freaks?
Well, it's actually a bunch of components all together. Looks more like a robot than anything else. Because that's how he looks like.
Yeah.
Right.
This is a fucking
Yeah.
Terminator. That's great.
Possibly.
Great. Fucking Skynet. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. But okay. So he says, "Well, your point. What are we doing?"
So I need people here. I need people there. I need the excavation crew to start working, secure these things, this area here. Let's see who we can get out. Don't expect too many people living past this.
Yeah, this hospital was full of people. That's-
Miraculously so, it may have only been half the normal populace because of the events that were transpiring in at the meantime. There were a lot of people that did leave, but I don't know if that meant if everybody left. I know that the lower floors, they may not have been aware of the situation that was going on and may have been caught by surprise. So we definitely have casualties from the first 4 or 5 floors. The ones on the top, they may be the lucky ones, but they might be the only survivors of anybody that was left inside. So I explained to them what kind of transpired, but obviously leaving some of the major details out.
okay.
But it wasn't terrorism. I told them like that.
It's like, all right, so that's good. So we don't have to get the bomb squad to suit up, but we're gonna need more hands. So he says you got people that you can call to help to come. You know, like your backup is arriving, but they're not first responders in that sense. You know what I mean? They're agents.
Yeah. I will be able to have some people lend a hand, but they're not first responders. They'll be able to do some lifting, some cornering off the area, crowd control, that type of stuff.
Okay.
As far as anything else, we're calling out to other emergency crews in order to come and assist.
I said, all right, you heard the man. Let's get to work. And everyone scatters in their directions. So I'm gonna go back to Morgan.
Lou.
Yes, I'm sorry.
No. Do we notice the apprehension of the people that are around us?
No,
Heck, I don't know. We don't notice it.
you don't. No. You're
Check the
you guys are
There's
singularly
red on it.
focused on evacuating the folks and making sure that there are no other entities that could potentially attack you. So, but you don't. No.
All right.
Am
I just wanted to ask because if we did, what I'd ask Sarah to do is to expose my head, or at least my face.
Oh, he's a demon. No. Okay. But yeah, no, you that's beneath your notice for the current task that you guys are undertaking.
What
Okay.
I'm going to do, Lou, is if there's a way that I can make my way closer to Seraph.
Yeah, I mean
Alright.
that's not something that you would need to ask if you can do it. You absolutely can do it. He's moving
Okay,
tons.
so-
He's moving huge chunks of rock and trying to get people out. The EMTs
So I
are
mean,
with gurneys around him, and people are just giving him a wide berth. That's the thing. When he does pull the last person he pulls out, there are the EMTs come in with their gurneys and put them on the bed, and they're still like, "What is this dude? What is this thing?" As it's helping people, but it's helping people, and their first instinct is to help. Now, you make your way. You're gonna make your way over, but before we do that, I'm gonna go back to Morgan's because I'm gonna end up stopping it relatively soon. Now, you guys, you Morgan, before your internet went down, you noticed that once the thing eased up on its pursuit of you, it angled its way down and started ripping up pieces of the street as it goes right into the out of sight.
And Lewin Dark.
I went dark.
Yep.
It's my camera's probably overheated, so I will. I'm gonna switch to just.
I'm gonna let him
my
know.
picture.
I'm like, driver, get us out of here faster. It's gonna try to surprise us from underground.
I'll call back and tell them where the rock salt ammunition is, because that's a double barrel. So he let both blasts fly. He's got to reload it.
I have one arm.
Not oh,
Talking about Brian.
oh, like you'd hear, but
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
You're gonna
You're able to drive at least 2 miles out before you. There's nothing pursuing you, so you get 2 miles away from the building. Now the question is, what are you guys doing from that point forward? So Brian's just
I'm
like,
back, Brian,
he's
to
just
radio
like,
back
fuck,
Okay,
fuck.
to get us help or evac.
He's just like, I don't have a phone. You have a phone? It's like, Mr. Cleo, do you have a phone?
Mr. Cleo.
Hand him my cell phone.
It's like,
Smartphone.
yeah. It's like, I'm sorry about that. I tend to get all insulty when I'm panicked. Thank you, by the way. He puts the phone to his ear, and he's just like, yeah, yeah. Where the hell are we? And he's just like, oh, stop real quick, so I can see where we are.
I'll pull over.
And he looks out and he gives them a basic address. It's like, yeah, he's here. He's fucked up, man. So shoot him in the face with the rock salt? Okay. No. Like, all right. So we need to get to the safe. We need to get to the safe house where he said that they found that girl, and they've taken her to the safe house. So I don't know what the fuck that girl is or who they're talking about, but we need to go to the safe house. He's like, can you take us further? or is this the last stop? We need to get somebody else. It's like, I didn't want to put you in the middle of this.
I'm not busy.
It's like, all right. So he tells you, go down that road, get on the freeway, So he basically gives you the analog MapQuest instructions.
All right.
We're lost.
So
yeah, is he reloading the rock salt?
No, he's talking to you. He's just like, he's like, look,
So,
he's like, I don't want to waste your ammo. I can't shoot this fucking thing. It's like, I'll tell you what, I'll drive, and you can shoot.
All right.
Okay.
You're gonna crash.
He's like, bam, bam, that is face for radio, sir. Okay. Now, for Morgan, as he's just like, are you all right? He's looking at your arm like, this looks fucked.
Yeah, it is. He crushed the bones. I'm gonna have to have it reconstructed and most likely put rods in it.
Oh shit! It's like, how are you even awake? I would have passed out if he did that to me. Oh wait, let me guess. You're a genius. You outsmarted the pain.
No.
So, I'm going to get my first aid kit, pull out a bottle of Tylenol, and offer him some.
Okay. So that's where we're going to end it with you guys, and that's where we're going to end it with everybody. All right. Well, for myself, I am the GM of this cavalcade of cartoon comedy. We have Patch, Crimson Sage, Vona Lee, Morgan, and Seraph, and we bid you all a fond farewell.